Right on cue, huh? Well, just about. Welcome to another crapo live stream. Well, just about. Yeah, I gotta turn off that speaker. I don't know if I actually managed to get the clock, but either way, this is gonna be a quick one. I don't envision this taking very long at all. But first of all, I'd like to show you the system in question. Now there's nobody here. That's awesome. It says 0, whatever. Dell Inspiron 640M with a working battery. MXCO61 series, whatever that means. Running MX Linux. Nothing has really changed hardware-wise on this, or software-wise for that matter. It's still exactly the same as it was in the last video that it was shown, as far as I know anyway. I don't remember what I showed in the last video, but either way, this machine has a problem. You might have guessed what it is if you look at the video description on this. But we'll go ahead and we'll show you the symptom, or the end result, such as the case may be, of this problem. And I'm not sure what caused this problem to happen, just that it happened. So, it's going to connect to the Wi-Fi. This is basically a smaller Inspiron 6400, which is another machine that I have, and depending upon how much time I've got left, by the time this is done, we might actually upgrade that one too. Anyway, the issue with this machine is very simple. See if I can find a text editor here. Or I don't even really need to do that. Let's just, what just happened? That's recently used. Probably under the accessories would be my guess. If I can actually stay under accessories. Should be a notepad in here somewhere. There's Vim. I don't want Vim. That's a, well, you know what? Whatever. Let's just go ahead and open it. Oh, what's going on? Nope, that's not going to help me. So, don't know what that's all about. There should be one in here. Oh yeah, you can see it there. That some of my keys don't work. All the numbers work fine. So does that. But my Q, my W, my E, my R don't work. I have a T, a Y, my U, I, O, and P don't work. And I think all the other keys are fine. But it's just those 8 keys. These ones here, these ones there. And I'm not really sure what would cause that, but I really don't care. I'm going to replace the keyboard. So that's our goal today. Hopefully the keyboard actually survived being shipped here. We're going to find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'll put this somewhere. So you can actually see, maybe, possibly what's going on. I'll go get the keyboard. The new one. Which arrived. Cover up the sender's address. You don't really need to know that. But here it is. Do not fold. Actually came from within the country, which is cool. So we'll see if we can open this on video. Shouldn't be too difficult. We'll hope that it's actually the correct keyboard. If not, there's an eBay seller that's going to be hearing from me. I think that's a little more difficult to open than I anticipated. So here we go. Staples. Where's my knife? No, we don't really need a knife for this. We'll just use a slot blank. Convenient knife. That should at least help. I don't think I need to cut all the way around. Just enough to unfold it. And when we unfold it like a book, we end up with a keyboard. And looks like the keyboard I need. Yeah, looks like the keyboard I need. So we'll get that out of the way. And then I need my screwdriver set, and I will need to flip the laptop around. Take this out of its plastic. It's got the little ribbon on the end. I don't really like it when it's got those kinds of ribbons, but we'll see what this one's got. So what we'll do, switch this around, pick up the device, close the laptop, and assume that I remember how to do this, which I really don't. No, I don't remember how the keyboard came out of this machine. Oh, fun times. Alright, so I do need my screwdriver set. Got a lot of stuff going on here again, although it's cleaner than it was. Definitely made some headway in clearing things up. So let's see. Phillips. I'm going to start by removing these, because my expectation is that there's probably a screw somewhere around this area. It would really help if I had a disassembly guide or something. Okay, well, there's no hidden screws there. I can see what kind of hard drive this is, because I actually don't remember. Maybe. Not in a caddy or anything. It's a Lenovo drive. That's hilarious. 60 gigabytes. Anyway, I'll leave it out for a moment. Keep it away from those VHS tapes. And we'll see what's underneath the RAM door. Maybe the screw's right there. Maybe I'm an idiot. I probably am. Somebody's probably shouting at me. You blithering moron, the screw's right there. What are you doing? Anyway, I can at least maybe check some of this. Might have been interesting to upgrade the RAM if we could. That's a 2 gigabyte memory module. I'd have liked to put 4 gigs in this, but I don't think my 4 gig kit would work. So we'll take out this screw, which might even be the only screw I need to remove. If I can remove it. There we go. See, it's an extra long screw. There might be one over there as well. And possibly that one. We'll try these ones first. I don't want to remove all of the screws from this if I don't have to. So we'll see if that helps me. Machine back around. I strongly suspect... Does it have broken hinges? No. Strongly suspect that there are more screws that need to be removed than just that, because I probably want to take this piece at the top off. And that might be a little annoying, because I don't remember exactly how that's done. I don't want to pry at it, but I'm going to. So I don't care about this keyboard anyway. I don't want to scratch the plastics against this thing, because this thing is in good condition. I would like to keep it that way. There's a thing there, actually, on that side of it. So I think that's what I have to do. I have to remove this little thingamajiggy. See if we can get it out. Okay, what is it held in place with? I don't know. What is it held in place with? It's held in place with a silk. Huh! I can't get the piece off. What I want to do is I want to take this whole assembly out. But it won't actually come out. I don't want to break it either. But this should come off. There's a way that this should come off. I always hate it when laptop designers do stupid things like this. It's probably attached at the back or something equally as annoying. So we'll close the laptop again. And we'll turn it around and see if we can see what's going on here. Try and not you know, hurt ourselves or anything like that. Yeah. This is not a very good design. Not a very good design at all. It's actually really bad. If you want my honest opinion, it's... Oh, okay. I don't want to break it, you know. Like I said, it was in good condition. There's gotta be an easier way to do this. Okay, I think I might have just got that one. I can't get this stupid one to come out. And of course, that probably means that those snaps are gonna go back in. Fold it down. Come on. I don't know what it's stuck on. There we go. Huh. Yeah. I think I broke the tab. Whatever. At least there's no ribbon cables or anything to worry about on that. I didn't break the hinge. The hinge is okay. Next step is to... What on earth? Are we missing screws or something? Did I get the 2 screws that I needed to? I don't know. I must have. So, here's our old keyboard, which looks like it has seen some action before. Although, I didn't do anything to this. Stop complaining about rotation lock, you piece of junk. Okay, no, look, I'm holding it straight. Nothing has changed. There. So, there are no screws holding that in. Or if there are screws, they removed them. There's our old keyboard, which is going into the garbage. Here is the new one. And I'm going to have a lot of fun to try and put this stupid ribbon back in place. I wonder if I can do that on video. So at least you can see something. No, other than me, you don't really need to see me. So, makeshift tripod, we'll do it this way. See if you can actually see what I'm doing. Trying to put this irritating little ribbon back into place where it belongs. Let's see here. I don't want to put it in incorrectly or anything like that. But you need like 4 hands in order to do these because they like to do things like that. Yep. Like I said, you need 4 hands to do this. It's really a poor design. Okay. Is it in place? I don't know. But I should be able to hook this underneath the palm rest now. And the screw holes do not line up. Heh! Oh, that could be an issue. But the tabs fit. So, I mean, it fits in theory. So maybe not as big of an issue as I'm making it out to be. Should be able to simply... Yeah, this screws into place. You can see 1 screw there, 1 screw there. I guess those are the screws that I pulled out, hopefully. Let's see if we can put this back in. Hopefully without turning on the... Oh, crap. Doggone this thing. I hate it when people do that, manufacturers. So I gotta pull the whole thing back out again, which I'm doing off camera because it's really annoying. Plastic snaps. It's amazing I haven't broken more than just the one. So no, this has to slide in like that. You have to dovetail these 2 tabs in and then put the rest of it into place, which I should be able to do on video, just like that. So all the tabs should now be in place. I'll put the screws in a second. I think this hinge might be a little loose. Turn it on. We'll make sure that the keyboard actually works. If I didn't just outright kill the laptop. Which I might have. I pulled the RAM out. No, I didn't pull the RAM out. Okay, so what's wrong with the laptop now? I don't get it. I don't get it. All I did was change the keyboard. What's wrong with you? Friggin' technology. Okay. That's the game you want to play. That is the game you're going to lose. I hate slamming things like that, but maybe it'll take the hint. There we go. Yep, it took the hint. Ha! And the keyboard does work. I don't know, did slamming it fix it? Or maybe the RAM was just unseated. That's a possibility. Silver Electronics. Actually, I think this looks like a cheap piece of junk. If you want my honest opinion about it. It's got 2.5 gigs of RAM in it, so this is going to take forever. I mean, I don't have anything against silver and white and all of that. But especially when you actually start using something like this is easily the cheapest plastic imaginable. It's not actually silver. It's painted. So what you end up getting, well, this might be silver, but what a lot of laptops were, is it was painted silver. So when you started to use them, you would wear off all of this silver, and you get like black spots on your palm rests, black spots on your keyboard. It was the most hideous thing imaginable. So, I mean, this is not a piece of 1990s stereo gear or anything like that. It's just ridiculously hideous. And anyway, so it seems to be working. Keyboard is functional. It actually feels like it's a better quality keyboard than the one that I pulled out, so that's amazing. Here's our battery, which is working amazingly. Yeah, 2.5 gigs of RAM. I think it's using 8 gigs for the video. What kind of video does this actually have? Well, it's just Intel. That's probably why it still works. So get out a set of... Oh, I pulled out the hard drive. Alright, turn that off. Put this down. Actually, I don't have to put it down. I can do this. I could do this like this. So since I know the keyboard works, I'm going to put the screws back in. In fact, were those the screws? No. I don't know what all those screws were. So, okay, whatever. In theory, there were supposed to be screws there, but... Screws at the back? No, whatever. Oh, now I need the flat blade because I pulled it off. Or not the flat. I have the flat on there. I need the Phillips so I can actually tighten the screws. Sometimes I can do this with one hand, sometimes I can't. So, put this back in. These are the only 2 screws I really pulled out. Are there holes? There aren't holes in that RAM. Huh! That's probably a common thing, but I've never noticed that before. Come on. Into place with you. How long do you think it'll be before somebody tries to hawk that Windows XP COA? Good luck reading it. Oh, I'll probably find that it's a lot more readable than I think it is, but whatever. It's Windows XP. Not a big deal. At least not as big of a deal. This screwdriver set actually was incredibly cheap as well. So if you want one, who makes it? Like Kingsdon or something like that? It's a 63-piece set. I actually already broke one of the bits because I use flat blade screwdrivers to pry up on things, and I guess I was trying to pry up on something wrong or with too much force, and I actually broke the smallest. I don't remember what I think I was working on one of the power books with that, but whatever. It's a small bit. I probably won't ever use it, and even if I do need it, I've got other flat blade screwdriver sets, so it's not that big of a deal. All right. So we'll see if it died this time. Okay, that's better. COA is locked to the motherboard. That's actually not true at all. You can use that COA on any OEM copy of Windows XP, as long as it's Media Center Edition. I think it's Media Center Edition. Alright. So now we'll get to find out. Quick little 20-minute fix. And hopefully this thing will not trash this keyboard. I'm not sure what happened to the last one, but it was working. I went to go upgrade the memory. The memory didn't work. Put the old memory back, and then the keyboard stopped working, so whatever. So I saw an error message on that startup, but I didn't get to see what it was. This thing focuses a lot better than the Asteroid thing does. Wanted to get the capture computer. I think I mentioned it last week. The capture machine working for this, and that didn't happen. I kind of ran out of time to get it ready to go. Okay. MX probably needs like 1 billion updates. But let's see here. There we go. All the keys work. Brand new keyboard. Works perfectly. So far, anyway. So now I want to run updates while I'm here. Have a little bit of a discussion about things. So I gotta enter my password and all of that. So there we go. Put it into root mode. A lot of people will do sudo and things like that. I don't bother. I just rather put it directly into root super user mode, so I can just run these commands. There's a couple updates. Anyway, thrift stores are closed down now, so that takes away one more thing that I can do for our... Oh, there is an updater. I've never actually got that to appear, so I don't know what that's all about. Either way, just do it from the terminal. It's the same thing anyway. I hear yelling downstairs. I wonder what that's all about. Yeah, something is broken. So how much do you want to bet in about 5 minutes I'm going to have to leave here and go take care of something that's probably working as intended and somebody just doesn't understand what the problem is? 90% of IT issues are like that. Problem exists between chair and computer. But anyway, so I'm going to clean up some of this mess that I've just left behind. Let's see if we can put this up. So, all of the papers and things like that. Might not even take 5 minutes. I hear somebody coming up the stairs. Here's a sneak peek at something coming up. I've been talking about it all day. So, some people might know what this comes from. But if you don't, or if you do, don't spill the beans. And just know that you are privy to some insider information. But if you do, or if you don't, well, you'll just have to take a guess. And not a generic guess either, like, oh, it's a camcorder. Well, duh. I mean... oh, man. But I've been importing, actually scanning some of the booklets and things that came with it. So I'll be uploading those. That's so lovely. Let's not do that. Switch back to the computer itself. And it is working well, transferring very slowly because Firefox apparently. I'm not going to spill the beans. But I can tell you that it's not a laptop. I wish I had a Zenith Super Sport, but I don't. Closest thing I've got is the LP286L over there, which is actually probably closer than you'd imagine. Probably the closest I'm ever going to get to something like that. I used to have one, and it disappeared, along with the rest of my collection in 2007. That was really deflating, actually. If it weren't for the 2 Macintosh PowerBooks that I got, probably wouldn't be into computers right now anyway. At least not into collecting them. That would have been a whole different phase if that didn't happen. It's kind of funny kind of interesting to go through the what ifs. You look back on your life and think, well, what if that didn't happen? Or what if that did happen? So it is a little interesting. It's nice not to have to use the on-screen keyboard for this now. So hopefully that keyboard stays working for a good long while. Check for updates again. Shouldn't be anything. Well, now it's looking for Debian stuff. Nope, nothing. Perfect. So I'm going to shut this down and call that good. Alright. Yep, I hear slamming coming up. Somebody's coming up here. Fix my stuff. Anyway. So we'll take that out of the way. $10. Let's get the 6400. I could show you what is up with it. And that'll probably be the last thing that I do. It has changed a bit since the video with the live stream. Live Vista installation, but not much. You can see, again, it's pretty much like exactly the same laptop. It's 15 inches instead of 14. This is a little worn out in the front here, but not a big deal. This one, on the other hand, actually has the ATI video. I'm not real fond of that because it's really quite crappy. Hard drives for a PowerBook 140. Good frickin' luck. You're in, if you want to fix that, you're in it for about $100 or more. Basically more than the laptop is worth. Well, okay, that's probably not quite true. Since it is a vintage machine, it's probably worth quite a bit more than you'd think. But, or more than I'd think. You do what you want to do. This is Windows Vista. Doing what Windows Vista does best. So I'm going to enter my password. Now, to be fair to it, it's actually not doing as badly as it usually does. See if we can get the brightness turned up a bit. There we go. Sat the battery, but who cares? The battery in this thing is perfectly alright anyway. When I installed Home Premium in that stream, and it's now running Vista Business, if you noticed that, I couldn't get Windows Home Premium to activate. I couldn't get Ultimate to activate. Spent about 30 minutes on the phone with Microsoft trying to get Ultimate to activate and never was successful. So I just found a random Vista Business license laying around. And I had to activate it by telephone, but that wasn't that big of a deal. And it is activated. Problem is I can't actually install the updates, but because it installed a new version of the update agent, and now it won't actually check for updates. And trying to install updates will put it into an infinite checking for updates loop anyway. I don't know why. It's really kind of stupid. But Oh well, don't need updates anyway. It works just fine. I got a modern antivirus installed on it, which, while it might not be your favorite, it's the one that actually worked. It still supports Vista. Nothing wrong with it. The web shield won't start. I did notice that. But everything else about it works. And I don't really intend on using this thing on the internet anyway, so might be fun to take a little trip down memory lane, but you can see it's dragging on this. And this isn't even low-end hardware either. You know, it should be plenty fast enough to run this. You know, I wonder. It's only about 30 minutes, so I wonder if I can upgrade the RAM on this. How would you do that on a 6400? Well, I guess we can find out live. Might as well do something useful. Alright. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. Here in just a second, I just wanted to show off some of the things. I still need to customize all of this. The headlines thing actually does work, but I don't want to look at any of that. It's all related to the you-know-what. I can't actually talk about it, because if I talk about it, Susan will come and take my money away, so probably take away more than that, but I don't really... whatever. What I'm more so concerned about is the fact that the systems on YouTube, the computerized systems, will probably take this thing down if I dare to talk about it, so that's more so the problem. It's just too bad the weather thing doesn't work anymore. I used to have it loaded up with all kinds of weather things, and you could actually even drag these out onto the desktop, too, to get bigger ones. It was really cool. Sometimes. The weather, when you dragged it out, you got like a full forecast. That's the way it used to be anyway. But unfortunately, it really doesn't work anymore. Put a notepad in there, sure. Why not? Customize. Yeah, put a calendar too. Again, why not? Does it even work? Huh. Customize this a little bit. They're all really cool, but I like the neon one. Can you imagine having a clock like that? Anyway. Dell Inspiron hinges breaking off on the rear lid. Not particularly. I'm sure it's happened before, but I haven't worked on something like this, other than this one, probably in a good 10 years. So, and you can see, of course, Windows is activated. Don't have to worry about that. Here's the benchmark scores. Now what? What was I going to do? Small business resources. Yeah, this is Vista Business, so it's got all the business crap on it. Oh, RAM upgrade. That's right. So let's see if we can do that. I don't know what the topology of the memory is right now either. Knowing my luck, it's probably got a 2 GB module in one place, and I probably have to take the keyboard out in order to get the... oh, God. Yeah, not the sharpest design ever, but it is what it is. It's not the best plastic. Yeah, this is Windows Vista. Do I use CloneZilla to transfer to SSDs? No. Well, actually, that kind of depends on your definition of transfer to SSDs. For Windows machines, I have a program called Macrium Reflect, which can be used to clone disks. It's primarily used for imaging, but it's a free program, and it can be used to clone as well. For Linux machines, CloneZilla is pretty much the best one. At work, we use Ghost, which is actually kind of a piece of junk. I'll be honest with you. Back in the day when it was new, it was probably groundbreaking. But now it's just a really outdated tool, so I've been meaning to get a fog server working. Is this thing ever going to shut down? Yeah, this is Windows Vista for you. I think while it's turning off, I'll actually get ready for this. Oh, and then it turns off. Great. So, let's get our RAM out. Or I'll get my RAM out. Oh, which means I gotta get out the compact portable. I need to do work on that. I really, now that I've got all this time, I probably should be doing that work. This is something you do know about, at least, unless you're new to this channel. I do have a video of it, but it needs some help before I can really do anything with it. Put that out of the way, and we'll try and get our laptop RAM. Oh, where is the laptop memory? Let's see, slot blanks. I hope I didn't have it out already. I probably did. You know what? I bet you it's this bag right here. No, it's not that bag. Is it this one? No. Okay, I don't already have it out. Let's see here. Laptop memory. Where are you? Is this it? Yes. Okay. So let's see what we can do in all this pile. What can we get? I want to upgrade it to 4 gigs, so there's a 2 gigabyte DDR2 800 module. It's PC133. Lots of PC133. Lots of PC133. There's a 1 gig. That is a 1 gig. That is a 1 gig. That is a 1. Can't even read that. 1. There's my other Lexar piece. Let's try and get some 2 gig modules that are not that Lexar stuff, because sometimes it doesn't work. That's 512. 1. 512. Actually, that, yeah, I know what that is. 512. 1. 1 gig. 1 gig. That's PC2100. That's PC2100. That is 2 gigs. 1 gig. Well, if I have to give it 3 gigs, that's probably not a big deal. PC2700. PC2100. PC2100. Oh, this is a very high quality PC2100 module, or 2700. Yeah. Nothing but the finest. I forget what laptop that came out of. What is this? Apparently I got more DDR than I anticipated having. Okay, that's DDR, that's DDR. That is, oh, that's also 2 gig. PC3, okay, so that's DDR3. Alright. Hope none of that is. So we'll put the rest of this RAM. I'll put these 1 gig modules to the side, just in case I have to do some RAM swapping in this. The rest of this stuff can go away. That's where it came from. Put that away. Get this RAM put over to the side. Switch the camera. Flip the laptop around. Oh, it looks like both memory modules might actually be underneath the laptop. That's a first. Yeah, Vista Home Premium. That license wouldn't activate. I'm not sure why. I probably could have called them and activated it that way, but... PC2 4200. That's not a good sign. Yeah, that's actually really bad. That's matched. Let's try some of the, let's try this stuff. This is actually twice as fast as what that is. These tend not to like that when you do that. They can't run the RAM slower for whatever reason. So I'm going to give that a try. And we'll see what the laptop happens to think of it. If it works, I'll be impressed. I'll probably have to put in a slower. Holy crap. Maybe not. The amount of system memory has changed. If you to resolve this issue, try to reseat the memory. Ha! Are you going to let me into setup? Wow. Hasn't locked up. It's just sitting here and taking forever. Come on. Let me into setup, damn it. F2 to run setup. Let's just make sure it actually recognizes the memory properly. Yep. 4 gigs. Look at that. But only 3.5 gigs is available for some reason. It's clearly not running it at its rated speed, which is 800. It's running it at 533. But no, that's a 64-bit CPU, so I wonder why it's doing that. Amount of memory assigned for system use. Huh. There you can see the mobility Radeon graphics. That's a minor upgrade. So we'll start Vista again. That sounds dangerous. Of course, dangerous is the kind that I like, so. Windows Vista, I see it changed my brightness again. It's not gonna, at least I don't think that it's going to change the experience index. Maybe for the RAM, but it's not going to change the overall rating. So we'll wait 300 million years for Vista to do its Vista things. What a brilliant operating system. What's sad is that Windows 10 does the same thing on a lot of hardware. It's just so disk intensive that everything slows to a halt. What is old is now new again. Anyway. Yeah, because my little cramplet over there, which runs Windows 10, is about, it's about like this. This is about what the experience is. Holy crap, is Matt actually tuned into this? Tell you what, maybe now that he's here I can bug him about making more YouTube videos. Oh, maybe not. You missed all the fun, though. I just changed the keyboard on a laptop. Part of the problem, I would not be surprised, is the fact that Avast is hogging a bunch of stuff for itself. Which is why I don't like to use third-party antiviruses, because Windows comes with, like, Security Essentials and Defender these days. You don't need something else, but Microsoft discontinued Security Essentials for Vista. So this is what you're stuck with. This is the only one that worked. AVG wouldn't start properly, and I think that AVG is a virus anyway. And Avira wouldn't start either. In fact, the Avira installer wouldn't even run. So this is what we're stuck with. Could probably go for one of those paid things, but what's the point? Why would you pay for your antivirus anyway? So let's go in and let's see what Vista happens to think of. Yep. It says unrated. New hardware detected. AVG used to not suck. Yeah, back in like the Windows 2000 days. Cannot complete the assessment. Oh, I gotta plug it in. Well, I probably should have seen that coming. Fortunately, I do have the power adapter. So let's see here. See if I can find the plug. Not plug it into like the S video or something like that. That's the Ethernet. Yeah, that's a great thing to plug into the Ethernet port. Anyway, so now we're on AC power. We'll see if it will complete the assessment now. This is exciting stuff. Maybe it will improve a little bit just because it's got faster memory. So let me just slam the door downstairs. Huh! Oh, maybe this isn't like Windows 7 where it runs just what it needs to run. When you run the assessment, it seems like it's running the whole assessment now, all over again. So, yet another improvement that Windows 7 made over Vista. Although, I'll be honest with you, Vista really is not nearly as bad as people made it out to be. This keyboard might not actually be as new as I thought it was. Look at, there's crap all over it. Oh, no, this isn't even the new one. Wow, I'm a dumbass. No, this is the 6400. I just replaced the keyboard in the 640M, which is now sitting down there. Yeah, I'm going to need to get myself a little bit of a drink here. That's useful. I'm talking too much. Alright. I don't even have much left. Should have filled this before I started. Yep, it's assessing everything. The lovely Soda Stream. Probably the best thing that we ever got this Christmas. Although, everything was good. I like the hot sauces too, but the Soda Stream is probably the most useful out of everything. The gift that keeps on giving. You can even exchange the cylinders for free, so... I don't know if that was that case when it was new. When that was... Actually, that hasn't been new since, like, the 60s. Apparently, it actually did. A lot of people think of... When they think of SodaStream, they think of these modern ones. But no, SodaStream's been around for a long time. Although, honestly, it hasn't really been good until recently. I will tell you this. The syrups... Does it say unrated again? No. But yeah, nope, nothing changed at all as far as I can tell. Still just the same old crapo computer. And it still says unrated because of Windows Vista. Alright. So, Dave, DJ Dave should be live on iVlog here in about 10 minutes. I don't think there's much else that I can really do in 10 minutes. At least not that's going to be useful to somebody. So, I think that'll do it for that. Fun times. Fun times. I'm just glad I was able to get Vista to actually run on this thing. I think so. He said he was going to do one earlier. I don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. I guess we'll find out in about 9 minutes. We'll see how long this takes. It didn't take nearly as long to shut down that time as it did before. So the last thing I'm going to do on this thing is I will actually put the cover back on that I pulled off. I'm just amazed that actually worked. Because if I remember right, that kit of RAM does not work in the 640M. I tried it in that first, and it really didn't do anything useful. Do I have enough AA batteries? Those are all dead. I need to get rid of them. Or at least I think they're all dead. They might not be. I tend to keep batteries that don't run in one thing around for a while, because usually they'll run in something like a clock for at least a little while. I like to use batteries up until they're actually fully, like, just gone. So I don't really go through a lot of batteries. It's everybody else that does. There you go. There's your silver Inspirons. And complaining at me about device rotation. There you go. Thanks for tuning in. If you watched the archive, thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. And all of that. I think we're done here. I just got to put the rest of this RAM away. A battery tester. I don't need to get a battery tester at Canadian Tire. I've got one right here. I picked this up for free at work. I don't know if it really works at all. It needs batteries. I just haven't got the batteries for it. So, alright, we're done here.